Hello everybody and welcome back down into the dungeon for a little bit of, well, just plain fun today. Just fresh from the ladybug harvest upstairs. I think there's 7 more to add to my little army going on down here. So that is excellent because, you know, every ladybug is at least 1 less aphid. So I'm not breeding them, I swear. I swear on what I hold most holy. So on shocks, I swear on shocks, I'm not breeding these things. But I'm not breeding the ladybugs either. They're just kind of manifesting. Literally crawling out of the woodwork. I suspect they've bunkered into that sawdust that is our insulation for the roof. It's a really old house. It's really undercoat in a lot of things. But that's the price was right, so what do you do, right? So anyway, yeah, I think they're literally crawling out of the woodwork, and I am just going to put them right to work because I need their assistance. As you can see, the shelf behind me is not doing too bad. I finally remembered why it is I don't use this light anymore, and that's because I never did fix the central bit, and half the time now I'm coming downstairs, it's not turning on. I've got to replace that inner socket, I guess, for want of correct terminology. I have that somewhere, and if I recall, there were a lot of suggestions made for that. I just never got around to it because, you know, life is life. It's busy. Things happen. But anyway, we're down here today. It's Saturday. We're going to have a little fun, and I want to check on, get them in the picture here, those sandwich baggies, because I was down here earlier without the camera and it kind of looked like maybe some of those peppers are sprouting tails. So that takes us to a whole other gray area of experimental gardening. Can I make them go from the paper towel to the soil and survive that transfer, and then all the rest of the, you know, dangers of life in the dungeon? So yeah, I need to release these so they can breathe. Let's get started. As you can see, I've still got more than a few of these guys. He's hiding from the camera. What is it with creatures hiding from my cameras? Anyway, I've still got quite a few ladybugs kicking around from all of these previous, well, harvests. So that's good. Things in the aquaponics are coming along fairly well. And I see, you know, at least 2 ladybugs in the kale there, so I probably don't need to dump them here. Let's see. So I guess we'll just open them up and let them loose here on the pepper table. The herb table, the pepper table, it's been so many things, but I'll need 2 hands to open this up. Oh, look at this tragedy here, though. I have a red demon pepper that, for no reason at all, has decided to die. Its soil is exactly as moist as this red demon pepper beside it. But anyway, I need 2 hands to release the ladybugs, so give me a second. Got one that was on the inside of the lid. I am so ready to get out of here. Couple up on the edge already. So that'll be good, because these smaller plants, it's kind of risky flicking them over the fish tank, and they are, of course, infested. So something's got to be done. I don't mind when you get to the size of like the ahi panic back there. I can be pretty rough with those peppers that are in the Folgers cans in the back, and everything is just fine. Oh hey, ladybug larva. Come back up. Dodging the camera. Like, really, seriously, what is with that? Alright, we'll come around from the side. I wonder if National Geographic film crews have these same kind of issues. As you can see, this larva has gotten much bigger, which means there are probably a few of these things that are... Oh, sure, come onto my finger. Probably a few of these things that are getting ready to go into the, like, cocoon type stage. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. Come on. There we go. Look at that. They are ravenous beasts, according to my earlier research, when they are at this stage. They will mow down on all kinds of aphids. Basically rock their world until they get enough nutrients to go into their cocoons and come out much smaller versions of that. So, kind of like the little one in the middle of the accident there. So I'm going to let this guy get back to a plant. I think that might be a 2-handed thing too. Got a paintbrush somewhere. This is what I do catching the ladybugs too. I basically convince them to go onto the paintbrush and then put them down in the jar, or put them down on a plant, depending on how many of them I harvest. guess that little guy really wanted to be on me. Going down the side of the cup. Alright, well, go do your thing. I was really hoping, around the edge there. I was really hoping it would find these aphids in the middle of this particular plant. But there are lots of ladybugs cruising around today, so I'm sure they won't live for long. A few of these things. This hot lemon, I think this is a seed I saved from one of the burpee hot lemon peppers. Kind of makes sense there. I believe these are basically going to be the same as the ahi lemon drops, but I've got some of those growing here too. Yeah, I've got another one growing here, and there is some variation in the leaf style, so I could be very wrong about that. I've been wrong before, and consistency is everything. Here we've got the last garden salsa pepper. I don't think it's going well. Definitely need to do a replanting of those. But thinking of pepper seeds and planting those, I wanted to show you what's going on in those little snack baggies with the paper towels. So these have just been resting on the top of the fluorescent light, getting a little bit of heat there. I know it's not really a good idea to have the moisture on top of the light fixture, but whatever. I think this one's a little bit on the dry side, so we'll start by looking in there. Not much going on in this second 72 cell. I've officially pulled the other one, but we'll get into all this stuff on Sunday. So yeah, anyway, you want to look at the Abutla clamshell. Alright, so we open this up and we can take a look, and it sure looks to me like a few of these are sprouting their little tails. So I think this is the point where I should try and transfer any of these pepper seedlings into the soil and, you know, in theory, hope that they survive said transfer and poke up and become proper plants. It's nice to actually be able to see what is sprouting and what isn't, but yeah, I've killed quite a few trying to transfer them into soil from this point, and I am more than just a little bit nervous. Yes, I realize I'm in a styrofoam cup on the heat mat, which I was going off about not that long ago being kind of pointless, but that said, here are a couple of Ahi Fantasy seeds that I found with tails on the 12th. And I've tried to put them in here with the hopes of, you know, maybe getting them to sprout up. And it's been 2 more days, still nothing going on there. So I'm more than a little bit nervous. Rosemary cutting, since I've got the cloning powder. Figured I might as well try and root that. But yeah, I'm getting more than a little bit nervous with those transferred seeds. And I need to get these out of the light, I'm sure. So I'm just going to set up a couple of cups and we'll take it from there. So what I'm hoping to do here is I'm going to use a pen with my camera hand and the spoon. And I'm hoping to gently transfer these off the paper towel without ripping off the roots. And then I'm going to place them into these little mini party cups that I've got and cover them with just a little sprinkle of soil. Hopefully not too deep. These are wet but not soakered. They've got drainage holes in the bottom, and I've got these 2 little clear trays. It kind of works out like a little humidome situation, so I'm going to put them over here on the warming mat where hopefully these seeds can continue to sprout and I can have some Bootla clamshells on the grow. So yeah, I need 2 hands for most of this. Get back to you in a minute. Quick sample shot stopping along the way and just putting them on there, sprinkling a little bit of dirt, shaking it out, and yeah, hoping for the best. Bootla clamshell, one of those bonus seeds from Justin White. Greatly appreciated. Would love to see how they taste and grow. Well, I guess got to see how they grow before I can find out how they taste, don't I? So that's all of them transferred off, even the ones that hadn't shot their tails yet. I figured, what the heck? We might as well just move everybody. These cups each have 2. This one has 1 with a tail and 4 that hadn't shot yet, so I'll be, you know, interested to see what comes out of that. Figured I'll just give these a quick drop. This is just plain fish water on there. Just something to moisten the stuff on top. And like I said, these mini cups do have slices cut out of the bottom. So, in theory, I shouldn't be able to flood them. They can just drain out. Everything should be fine, right? That's the theory. Just close up that other little drip tray. It does make a nice little dome. I think I found those at a dollar store. It was like 3 for $1 or something. So I've made use of them for a few different things over the years. Thinking of transplants, I still need to get those 2 purple freaks out of there. I think maybe a third is popping up. It'd be nice to see in the long run. And I got some transplants I want to do out of this tray as well. Apparently this one's like an HJ4 or something like that. It was one of those space chilies. And the rooster spur, I'm kind of excited to see what's going on with that. Then of course the unpronounceable tomato from Rob Bob. And you know, the dill back there is not looking happy. So yeah, I've got lots of transplants to do here. Probably get into that tomorrow. I'm wondering if I should check the bad brains or not. I don't think I can set up another little situation like that just at the moment. But I am mighty curious because there were an awful lot of tails in there. And the Yahoo Fantasy had already shot a couple tails for me, so yeah, alright, let's check these bad brains too. Alright, so looking at the bad brains here, it looks like it might be trying to start a little bit of a root there. I thought I saw another one here that might be kind of trying to throw a root. I'm not quite sure, not seeing it now. So I don't think there's enough going on here for me to worry about transplanting them just yet. And then here we can see the rest of the Yahoo Fantasy seeds. Quite a few little tails sprouting out in there. So I guess I'm going to put the rest of these into cups too. Well, what is it they say? Necessity is the mother of invention. Seems those two fit together well enough to make a nice little domed enclosure. So 6 Yahoo Fantasy seeds. I don't know, is it 2, 4, 9, somewhere in the vicinity of 9 or 10 bootleg clamshell seeds. And still nothing from the bad brains yet, but probably in the next couple days based on how well those guys were doing. So I don't know if I am going to transplant those guys today or not. Been down here for a while, should probably go spend some time with the family. You know how that goes. Alright, was going to take a few minutes and hang up this kite today. Can't really fly it because it always kind of crashes to the left, which is a little disappointing, but it was a $10 kite. We picked up 2 of these. The other one's a big black box kite that I think I've already done a video with. But yeah, since this one crashes, I figure it'll make an excellent decoration. Get that up in the next few days too. And that's where I'm going to wrap it up today. I think the battery's running kind of low and I'm feeling like I've been babbling on a little bit, but we got some more pepper seeds planted into some soil today, a couple of brand new varieties for me, so I'm super excited about that. And I don't know if you guys happened to catch yesterday's video or not, but you know, I apologize, don't apologize for the immaturity level of the innuendos that I dropped in that nuts video. I just couldn't help myself. It was the target was too easy. So yeah, alright, if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. You know what else was interesting as far as food prep that I was checking out today was Troll Forge put up a video about making like a Turkish delight type thing with some cayenne and some cinnamon in there. That looked really good, so you should probably check that video out too, but have a snack nearby. Alright, I will see you guys with the full dungeon and garden update tomorrow. So until then, take care everybody.